So, questions: how many times have you had issues with finances? Do you have a financial management plan? How did moving in a friend and or boyfriend affect your finances? Do you struggle with managing credit cards, and have you ever stopped paying your debt obligations? So, taking the last two, of course, there's going to come a time that if you are down, the only thing that you can really pay are your basic necessities. And so that means you have to adopt a different financial management strategy in down times. I do wonder then still, how could you plan for those down times when you need to pay your credit cards? I believe that if you are in a downtime, you need to make sure that you pay your rent, your food, your transportation, etc. But I don't believe you need to stop paying your debt obligations, because if you stop paying your debt obligations, that's part of your belief system that you don't pay people you owe, right? And that's why it's important that you don't get too many credit cards that you cannot afford, because we all could experience a setback. And knowing that we are all now in setback resulting from the pandemic, we have to choose wisely. We have to choose what's most important to pay until we can get to a better situation. So therefore, it's always important to have a financial management plan when it comes to paying your credit cards. It is also important to look at your finances and look at those times when you have given money over to a friend, especially to a boyfriend. If you are giving money to a boyfriend, and you're not married to that person, that's something to think about, because you shouldn't fund your boyfriend's lifestyle. And he's a man. He's a man. A man should be able to take care of himself. And if you are taking care of a man, for one, that's not the person to marry. And for two, that's telling about how you are taking care of an adult who can actually take care of him or herself. Now, like I said, there are exceptions to the rule. He may be down. You may be, say it's an engagement or something like that. But the problem with women, sometimes we hustle to try to make things right in their lives, and it works to our detriment, because then they get back on their feet and sometimes they leave, sometimes they don't contribute, sometimes they only want to go 50-50, even though you were giving 100% of your financial investment into them. And so these are things I want you to think about, because moving in somebody who is not financially able to take care of themselves, even if you both decide to go 50-50, is moving in a person who is not responsible, who doesn't have the character, who doesn't have the work ethic to make sure that they can cover their part of the responsibilities.